I want to see what your opinion is on this, man. LeBron has had basically 4 phases of his career. So we have baby LeBron. When he first came into the league in his first 7 years, we was kind of like figuring himself out, trying to figure out if he can live up to the hype and if he's really worth being called King James and handing his crown. Then we got, what he called like his college years when he went through the melting pot called the culture and the heat when he just got indoctrinated into what it mean to be a champion. The runs that he had where he just like him and Wade would terrorize the league and it's just like, dang, who gonna face the Heat in the freaking finals, bro? Like who gonna play? That's all. That's what the question was. Those 4 years, for real, for real. So those 4 year runs. Then he's like, you know what? This is cool and all, but I gotta do it for the city. So he went back home, went to Cleveland, did his thing for those years there. Then he was like, dang man, you know what else? This ain't it, man. I need a new challenge. Retirement's coming at some point. I want to set my family up straight too, man. So take my talents to LA, man. Now he got his career run going here, man. So which LeBron are you going with? Are you going with Baby Brown when he was first little run in Cleveland? You going with Heat LeBron when he was, Baby Hulk and he was just, overpowering everybody and just dominated that era? Or you going with the return, when we went back to Cleveland, had that run, or you going with LA Bron, all-time leading scorer, the LA champion. Which LeBron are you going with out of those 4 LeBrons? Which one are you rocking with the most? You feel like this is the best LeBron or prime LeBron?
Ready for this one? All right. The best version of LeBron, and I will stand firmly on this. The best version is the return to Cleveland LeBron. And honestly, I don't feel like it's a debate. Like the return to Cleveland LeBron, and I'll tell you why. I feel like that's the best version by a landslide, solely because 2018, this man, the 2018 version of LeBron specifically, I believe is the best basketball player I've ever seen.
Mm,
In fact, not beyond that, I think that's the best basketball player that ever lived. Like,
wow.
I ain't trying to say, I ain't trying to get into the Bron, Jordan, GOAT, Kobe, GOAT debate. I ain't talking about that right now. I mean, one individual at one point in time, he was the best basketball player ever. Like, no one has ever been as good as LeBron in 2018 in the playoffs. And you remember the buzzer beaters, the game winners, all throughout the playoffs, terrorizing the Raptors. That was the same year he hit the floater off the glass against I want to say against Indiana. You know, he had the he had another buzzer beater. I want to say it was a 3-pointer from the top of the key or something like that. I can't remember. But he had like 2 game winners at buzzer beaters throughout his run to the finals, and all to get beat by the Warriors in the end with Kevin Durant in them. So wasn't much he could do in that instance. But led like this man in his return to Cleveland led every major statistical category for both teams in the finals. Every stat, points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, led everybody that played. And I heard somebody else talk about this, and he said the best thing he said about it was like, "Do you know there are people on both teams just to rebound? There are people on both teams just to play defense. There are people on both teams just to score." And this man led every statistical category for both teams. Like, you just that's another thing I feel like might never be done again. Like that's it. That's up there in his records. Like we could have threw that in there for his best accomplishment, leading both teams in every statistical category. And that's why I say, man, and like he on the floor, superstars, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. 2018, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond, the best team in total talent we probably have ever seen. And this man was the best player on the floor every time. And like I stand firmly on that. 2018 LeBron James is the best basketball player. Like if I could take one player out of history, like let's say we've building a team, like forget all time drafts or whatever. If you could take one player from 1 year, who would you take? Give me 2018 LeBron out the gate. If
Mm,
I'm drafting, give me 2018 LeBron. Give me him over Jordan and his perfect season with the MVP defensive player of the year. Give me him over Hakeem with his almost perfect season. Over Shaq. And I ain't too many people gonna say that about Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
1999, 2000, 2001. I might could have took Shaq like over a lot of people. Like
mm,
Kobe MVP year, like all that good stuff. LeBron other MVP year because LeBron didn't win MVP that year or nothing. 2018 LeBron James, the best basketball player ever. Like, yeah,
mm,
you can say what you want, you can feel how you want to feel. We'll never see that again. Like
mm,
somebody with that much control over the game and just man, that's me. So the return to Cleveland, Cleveland Part Two, best version of LeBron, in my opinion.
mm. That's a very valid argument. I'm not gonna lie to you. What really sold me on that was, like you said, the finals dominance that he had was
Come
just
on.
leading in every category. Like, yeah, that's a very convincing argument, man. But I'm still going to heat LeBron. Um, I
Man.
I might be a little biased with that one. I ain't gonna lie, because I really watched that team because I'm a D Wade guy. So of course, you teaming up with my boy, I'm gonna watch you. And then it's like it's teaming up with my boy, number one, and number two, you are the team to watch. Like
Hmm.
from a highlight standpoint, from just the entertainment standpoint, and it being the best team. Like both all that combined was like I'm watching Heat games. Like it's too fun to watch, man. So um I think that the reason why, part of the reason why I'll say that's the best LeBron is that that was the most free we saw him play, because regardless of what he says or what anybody else says, we all know LeBron James has some hat in the GM round. Like he might not be full Le GM or whatever corny name people like to give him. He might not be full on as much as we say he has. But the man does have some type of say so, some type of pull to being like, hey, you need to pick up little Kyrie over here, man. I'm not saying you have to, but I strongly suggest picking up a gentleman who played at Duke for like 11 games. He played with one of my Cleveland teams. We might have won a ring together. Just I'm not saying you have to get this guy. I'm just suggesting some people for you. So regardless of what you say, man, those years he was probably the most focused on basketball and basketball only. He didn't have to worry about front office things. He didn't have to worry about coaching. He didn't have to worry about nothing because the Heat culture is the Heat culture. First off, you come to the D Wade's team. No, that's not what's happening. Now, as far as who's the best player, you're gonna be the driver in the car, but it's still my car you're driving. Let's get that straight. That's kind of what the situation was. This is my car. This is my Lambo. This is my Bugatti. It's my Ferrari. But I'm allowing you the keys. As soon as you gone, I'm getting my keys back. But it's my car, the driver. You controlling where we go. We're going as far as you take us. I feel like that's the situation that happened. And physically, nobody was stopping him. Like not just from an overpowered strength standpoint, but like because part of him was so free. Like it's like if um if right now you had to study for class, you had to split your attention between two different classes. Like, yeah, test coming up. Okay, I got to figure out how to go between this math project I got and this history class I got. You got to bounce between that. You got to manage that. But all you had to focus on was math. Oh, there's no reason why you can't go 100% and go in crazy like that. And that's kind of what it was for him, to where I don't have to worry about GMing. I don't have to worry about coaching. I can just hoop. I'm pushing 100% effort in that direction.
Mm.
And so part of that freedom what he had is just like there. But then it also is just like, yes, he might not have been the best shooter, but he was intentionally not shooting that year. And so that's when he got the post game there. That's when he got that going on, when he got another level of skill going. And so I might be biased by saying this. I will fully admit. Maybe I sit back and think about it more. I won't say this one, but I'm probably being biased saying this. But the Heat LeBron is probably the best LeBron that I saw, and part of me wants to say first baby Bron just because I can't exactly explain it, but something about with young guys that are really good into the league, there's like a recklessness that I love watching. Like a good
Just
example
going
of
full
this,
throttle the whole time.
just hoop, bro. Like it's just hooping because they don't know better. They just hooping. Like a good example is this that I remember seeing recently is Donovan Mitchell. When he first came into the league, he just hooping. But then you start eliminating, you cut off a lot of little fat that you used to have. And the game gets really polished and really clean. Devin Booker is a good example too now, where it's like you cut off a lot of fat with your game. But sometimes having that fat is very fun to watch. Like,
Hmm.
no, the best example I can think of is Kyrie. When young Kyrie was hooping, when he just like, you
Just
get the
doing
rock
the
and you
things.
go, do your thing. Bro. Ain't nobody saying nothing, bro. Young Kyrie's probably the best thing I can think of. You watch him back then, he going all over the court, zigzagging, crossing everybody up, crossing officials up, crossing somebody on the bench up too. A fan come on the court, he cross him up, he crossing the teammates, everybody getting crossed up. Didn't matter. And he get a bucket some kind of way. Now, he operating in the box. He knows that same moves, same boogie, same dancing, but it's a lot more efficient. So when they go deep into the bag, when they go shallow into the bag and still get a bucket. So I feel like that LeBron had all the fat in there too. He had the greasy oil, like the big juicy fat fried chicken that we know he shouldn't be eating, but it tastes so good. That's what young LeBron had. He was just hooping, bro. And it felt smooth watching him hoop, bro. Like, so sometimes it's like that's the most hooper LeBron that we got to see. But then part of me is like the current LeBron right now. It's like the tech. It's no fat allowed. Like that's the most lean, healthy, organic chicken breast possible. And
No
it's like
wasted movement.
no wasted movement, no wasted energy, nothing. Like mentally, he's just locked in. And it's just like, dang, like you can't stop that, bro. Mentally, he killing the other three LeBrons. Skill wise, killing the other three LeBrons. But athletically, Heat LeBron probably might be prime. That might be athletically the top tier. He was heavier, so he couldn't express it as much. But outside of that, bro, I think that might be physically LeBron's peak, man. But and like you said, the 2018 year for that LeBron, man, like that's a very tough call. Like this almost as tough as you taking 8 Kobe or 24 Kobe. This is up there with that debate. And
Right.
so, but I think I gotta go with Heat LeBron, man. It's my favorite LeBron James to go at, man. But that year you talking about, it made a very compelling conversation, man. So I don't know, but I'm
Yeah,
going
that
Heat.
2018 year is like the main reason I say that. Really, if it wasn't for that run, I might would have said Miami Bron too, just because like you said, I feel like that was his athletic peak and all that. But Cleveland LeBron, too big and strong, man, too fast, too smart, like know how to play the game, man. Like wasn't gonna let you beat him playing the wrong way, man. Like you got to play a
Mm-hmm.
perfect game. You know what I'm saying? I just, ooh, boy, 2018, like I said, man, like forget players, all time drafts, whatever you want to call it. If we to give me 2018 LeBron over anybody in history, and that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk primes? That's cool. Primes is cool. You want to talk careers? Careers is great. But if we talk about one specific moment in time, like, hey man, you you need to win this game to save your life. Like if you lose, that's it, bro. We take you out. You can pick one player out of one moment of history. All right, let me go get Bron out of 2018, specifically in April. And then, I'll tell you, boy, we gonna win. We gonna win. So yeah, that's my thought process. But if it wasn't for that, yeah, I might could have been with
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the ongoing debates, man. It's just interesting to follow along with because every once in a while I see a post something on Instagram where they kind of where somebody will like debate why this LeBron, this is my argument behind why young LeBron was the best, or why Heat LeBron was the best, why the return of Cavs LeBron was the best, or why current LeBron is the best. And sometimes I'm like, dang, that's a really good argument. You might be right. The next post be like, dang, you might be right. Somebody else post be like, dang, you might be right. I'm like, nah, I'm going to hit LeBron anyway. But
I don't know
it's
either,
just
bro.
one. That's just one of them arguments, man. That's just like, man, there's no wrong answer. There's really no wrong answer, man. Like I said before, the 8 Kobe, 24 Kobe. That's a very tough one. It's a good argument to have, but that could be a ongoing. That could be an episode in itself, man. But which LeBron you taking? So, mental toughness is one of the biggest things that I know pretty much every coach preaches to the players, and also one of the biggest factors in the players' game is the mental toughness. So I know that a lot of coaches wish their players would be mentally tougher, and they struggle with teaching them and understanding, what mental toughness is to apply it to the game. So to help you guys out, I wrote a whole ebook breaking down what mental toughness is, different factors that make up what mental toughness is, and different ways that you can apply it to your life and your game, because it's a good blend of the player and the person, of how both sides of you can grow in your mental toughness. So I broke it down in an ebook, the Mental Toughness Playbook. The whole ebook is about 50 pages, a little less than 50 pages, easy to read, a simple breakdown of what mental toughness is, different factors and different areas in it that impact your mental toughness, and how you can grow and develop in there. So if you're interested in it, it's in the description below. So go ahead and look in hit that link and invest into yourself by investing into your mindset and mental toughness. Because I personally believe that your brain and your mind is so much powerful than you give it credit. So invest into your mindset, and then your body will follow afterwards. So the Mental Toughness Playbook, get the ebook below. If you tune into it, thank you. I appreciate it. If not, it's fine. Get back to the rest of the episode. See you later.